Welcome to Bookshop
Bombshells.
Bombshells.
I don't know why I just said the bombshell part.
It was fun. I liked it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Andrea.
And this is a podcast where we each read a book and we tell each other about it.
And maybe you want to hear about it.
Yeah, we won't spoil it for you. We'll try real hard not to.
In case you want to read it
Yeah.
also.
Mine was really hard not to spoil this week. Like, to tell you just enough to get you to want to read it.
Gripped into the
But,
story.
I also want you and anybody listening to have the same sort of, reactions that I did when I was reading it. So, but we're not starting with me this week.
Nope.
It's your turn to go first.
I get to go first?
Yeah.
So, this week, I read a book called Death with Interruptions. It's by José Saramago.
I've never. Can I see how it's spelled?
Yeah. I'll show you the cover of the book.
Saramago.
This is the cover.
Oh, I've never heard of this book.
I hadn't either. I'd read a book by this author before called Blindness, and I liked it a lot. And so this one had decent reviews.
When was it written?
2005.
Okay.
So
oldie but a goodie.
This one I didn't think was as good as the other book that I read by him, but it just might be my taste in books. A lot of people really liked it. I don't know. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But
do you remember the Goodreads, or was there a Goodreads?
A lot of them were in Spanish.
Oh, okay. All right.
And other foreign languages.
Interesting.
So, so the premise of the book, basically it starts off, it's New Year's Day in this unnamed country. And
unnamed country?
It's not named.
Oh, they just don't tell you.
Okay. They don't tell you what it's called, where it is. If it's real, if it's fake.
Yeah, okay.
It's just some country. New Year's Day happens, nobody dies.
Yeah, I guess that's weird, right?
Yeah, it's nobody, every day somebody dies.
Yeah.
Nobody dies. So the entire country is oh, death has been declared dead. Congratulations. Nobody gets to die now. And most of the people are really, really happy with it. They take down their country flags and put up these rejoice flags. They're we'll live forever. And
this is just one day of no deaths.
No, it goes on for
Okay.
We'll get to that.
I'm wow, you guys are really hopeful.
They are within a couple weeks people have these flags. Yeah, I should say. And it gets to the point where if somebody didn't have a flag up, people would get mad, and these people beat up this old man because he didn't want to hang one up. But you can't kill him because
no one can die.
No one can die.
Apparently.
So, but not everybody is real happy about this, because the people that work in the death industry, so funeral homes, coffin makers, morticians, all of that, they're out of work. They're oh no, what do I do? Yeah. And they end up, they hate it, but they end up having to do burials and little funerals for pets. So, the cockatoo, the goldfish, the, lizard that hung out.
So, it's only humans, it seems, that can't die.
It's only humans that can't die. So, all of the authority figures of the country, all get together. So, the clergy people, the theologists, philosophers, they're all, brainstorming, we have, why is people not dying no more? I don't know. They cannot figure it out. And then it specifically talks about the Catholics being worried that they will become irrelevant, because that would make the death and rebirth of Christ real confusing to people if you can't die. So,
and this is only in this one country?
Yes.
Also? Okay. It's really hard for me to
comprehend. I know.
Apparently.
So over the next 6 months, the hospitals get too full. People in nursing homes, there's no more room for these people. They age, they're dead but not dead.
So you can still get sick.
So you can eternally be just on the brink of death.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And so they did this thing where oh well, you know, at a certain point, like, your family is responsible for you, and, like, whether or not they actually, like, come and hang out with you in the state of, like, alive but dead, or just, like, shut you in a broom closet, like...
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I wanted to pick a more lighthearted book than my
that.
last one, and I was like, oh, this one, nobody dies, it'll be great, and I'm like, oh, what a bummer.
Yeah, this is somehow turned into a bummer.
Somehow. So after talking about, like, all the, you know, all the, like, you have to care for your people now. There's just no room. Like, we're working, there's only so many people who can handle that load of work. They cut to a scene where, like, a family is, like, in their house, and they're like, there's, like, a grandpa there and then a child there, and the grandpa's, like, telling his daughter, like, just let me go. Like, I don't know what needs to be done. Can you just take me across the border where people can actually die?
Okay.
And so, like, she feels bad, like, but she also doesn't want to, like, kill her dad. And then the child is, I think, her sister's child, was, like, got sick when it's still, like, really little. And it's kind of the grandpa's like, well, you know, wherever I go, that kid's gonna come with me. Like, I'm not gonna let this, like, this is not right.
Yeah.
As it should not be right to, like, just let people live forever. So they sneak out in the middle of the night they were trying not to, like, wake up their neighbors, because, like, they didn't want suspicions to be like, oh, well, where'd grandpa go?
Yeah.
They go across the border. They die as soon as they, like, reach that, like, go over the border.
Dang.
And so they're burying them. They come back, and the neighbor is like, so what were you doing out so late last night? You woke me up with your, you know, loudness. I'm a light sleeper. And they're like, well, I don't know. I'm just talking about, like, that's none of your business. And, like, they're like, okay, yeah, we took grandpa and the kid and we took them across the border so they could die in peace. Like, what are you gonna do? Take me to the police station right now. So, like, it becomes, like, this big widespread thing, like, oh my gosh, that was so wrong. And after that, there's the mafia is born. So, like, it's like mafia, but they spell it with a PH, because they're like, we're here for, like, a gentlemanly, like, conversation about things. Like, the real mafia is not gonna do that, and so we're the new mafia.
With a PH.
With a PH. They originally were a group of people that were, like, really sympathetic in, like, the case where they took the grandpa out. So, like, you could pay them, and they would, like, sneak your almost dead, dying relatives across the border to die peacefully.
It's, like, crazy to me. Sorry, but I'm like, I'm just like, this is ridiculous. You should be able to cross the border if you want to. But then, like, we literally do this to people
all the time
now. Like, I'm getting the point of the book.
So the mafia ended up, like, getting really organized, and they basically, like, blackmailed the government into supporting them. So, like, whether it be protection when they go over the border, or, like, just, like, send people in the military to, like, come be in our mafia kind of thing to help us, like, with these people. And then the bordering countries, of course, get pissed.
They just don't want a bunch of dead people.
They're like,
dropping, like,
well,
flies.
like, they're at least burying them, but they're like, we have no record. Like, this is not a cemetery. Our borders are, like, no.
It's not for you to die.
They're not for you. So then that's all going on, and like, suddenly there's, like, the main guy that controls, like, the media, like, the media minister of the country or whatever. So, like, television, radio, and stuff. He's mostly a TV guy from what I could gather, but his secretary comes into the office before him, and there's this, like, violet envelope that's supposed to go to him. And it's, like, it's not got an address. It's got no, like, a stamp, nothing like that. And she's like, she usually will just open his mail, because, like, she's been his confidant secretary for, like, ever. But she, like, is weirded out by it and just puts it in his room. And she's like, So then he gets there and he goes into his office, shuts the door, and, like, she waits a little bit, and then she, like, knocks, and he's, like, freaking out. He's like, get out of here. You need to go as far away from me as you can. And da 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 da. And so she steps back, and then he comes back and apologizes and is like, I need a car, because he needed to go talk to a government official. Well, the letter is from Death herself.
Oh, herself. I like this.
Yeah, Death is a woman in this book, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I like that.
But she basically says that all of Death will basically recommence at midnight. And that, they have to televise. Like, the government ends up telling the guy to televise it at 9 p.m. to let the people know that at midnight,
people will start dying.
People will start dying again. And then she also, I think after the first week, she's like, okay, well, I'm going to send out letters a week before you die warning you so you can get, your will taken care of, any debts paid, say goodbye to your family, and da-da-da-da-da. So she, ends up mailing out all these people that are dying these, purple letters, and it's kind of, her story after that.
Whoa.
But that's where I'm going to stop.
Yeah, that's a great place to stop.
That's my cliffhanger.
I definitely, I, didn't know where the story was going to go, and then it went in a
different direction.
Yeah, I
feel
like she just got the job as Death, and she's like, I'm gonna do things a little differently.
She's been doing it for a while. Unfortunately, it's not that cute. I think
it's like a corporate story where she wears pumps to work.
I wish so bad. That's what because the synopsis, what made me want to read this book, it gave me A Dirty Job by Christopher Moore vibes.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, this is going to be great. But then when I was reading it, so I think part of the reason why I didn't really just die hard love this book was because it's not character driven for the first half of the book. Yeah. It's just a narration. And the narrator is a little, it's kind of dry, but it's also, it gets more lighthearted the closer you get to Death coming in and telling her story. But it was just really hard to stay in to the story because I didn't have a specific character that I was following. Yeah. So that's but I don't hate it.
Sounds really interesting.
It's interesting. I'm not gonna be mad that I read it, even though it wasn't something I was just yo, this is the best. Yeah. But I think it's worth a read.
Okay, what was it called again? I already forgot.
It was called Death with Interruptions.
Oh, okay.
By José, I have to look at the name to say it right, Saramago. Yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah,
so
that's really interesting.
That's what I read.
So I feel like mine was a little similar.
Ooh.
Okay.
How did we do this?
Yeah, with the whole I didn't love the first part.
But it got better.
Oh man, it takes a great turn.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've read this before. I'm really hoping you haven't.
Well, what'd you read?
The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
I have not read that. It's on my read list, and I almost started it.
Okay.
For this.
You've seen the cover.
Yeah,
then.
I know exactly what it looks like.
So
it's a very pretty green dress.
It's by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have a friend who recommended this book to me. I feel like she's recommended it to me twice now. It's from 2017.
So I thought you had already read it, which is why I hadn't. I decided not to read it.
I won't even say it's been on my to read list. What ended up happening was, okay, so if you haven't seen the cover, you should look it up. Because to me, I see that cover because my friend recommended it. I looked into it and I was like, bleh.
That doesn't look like something
this
I would
is
pick
not
up.
It looks like those romance covers with the girl in the
pretty dress,
and the pretty dress, and it's she's coming down a staircase or something.
The ballroom.
Yeah, she's got gloves on to her elbows or something. It's just I just saw it and immediately it was definitely judging a book by its cover in the worst way that I could have. But okay, so what ended up getting me was that Bookstore Literati that's by my house.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of different types of book clubs. Like they have like a sci-fi book club, and they have like a mystery book club, and they have like a queer book club.
Yeah.
And this was on the list for the queer book club. And that, I was like, hold on, what is this book?
Let me read about it again.
Like, let me reread, like, the back cover. And so I did, and it still didn't, like, grab me. But for some reason, I think it was just because, like, I ordered it on Libby. Like, I put it in it, like, I was, like, in between books, and it, like, came off hold really quickly. So I was like, sure, why not? Like, I trust my friend. I should have trusted her a really long time ago.
Sometimes it takes you a minute to read things.
That is true. I literally have done that to you before.
I've done that to you. I still have books that you've recommended that I'm like, I really need to read that, but it's never like an opportune time for me to start them.
So I did listen to this one on audiobook versus reading it, which I do really recommend the audiobook.
Okay.
It does that thing that I don't usually love where there's like multiple readers.
For different voices.
But it's not like, some of them, they have like those readers talk back and forth. It's not like that. It's like chapter by chapter, depending on what the context is.
Yeah.
It's like a different person reads it.
That's not bad.
So I didn't hate that. But sometimes I do. I remember when they switched voices at one point, I was like, ugh, gross. Like I already was just like rolling my eyes.
I got so used to that one, and now
yeah, exactly. I have to like multiple people's voices. Like this is asking a lot.
I can understand that.
But it also like the beginning of the book, I honestly wasn't super into it until probably about, I'm trying to remember what chapter it was. It's probably like, because I didn't read it on page numbers, but it was probably like chapter like 5 or maybe 6 chapters in. It's like, oh, this is different.
That's not bad. Like,
yeah, it's really not. It's you don't have to get through a ton to like get to the good part.
Yeah.
But okay, so let me tell you about it. So the book starts from the perspective of this woman, Monique Grant. She is a kind of unknown journalist who works for this magazine called Vivant in New York. She has this boss, Frankie, she's a woman. Frankie calls Monique into her office and is like, hey, Evelyn Hugo her people have contacted Vivant, and apparently she wants Monique to conduct an exclusive interview of Evelyn Hugo. So we learn that Evelyn Hugo is this like vixen bombshell movie star who like started her career like in the late 50s and sort of works all the way through like the 80s or 90s. I can't remember when she actually like stops working, but she's 79 now. And she is currently auctioning off 12 of her like iconic gowns from like Oscar award shows for like to support like breast cancer research.
Oh, nice.
So you find out that like her daughter, Evelyn Hugo's daughter, died like the previous year of breast cancer. So it's like, okay, so she's trying to like raise money. And so they kind of assume that this like interview is going to be about this auction and try to gain,
like
uh,
people that are wanting to like
put
offers out on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like to make more money for the dresses. And the cover of the book is actually what I assume is one of her like iconic like dresses
that would
she
make
wears.
sense.
Yeah, she wears a lot of like really pretty green, kind of emerald green dresses. So Frankie and Monique are confused why Evelyn Hugo would ask for Monique, because Monique is like nobody.
Yeah.
How, and I think even Frankie basically, when Evelyn Hugo's people contact her, Frankie's like, we actually have like this list of other journalists that could potentially do this story instead. And Evelyn Hugo's people are like, no, it's Monique or it's no one.
Wow.
And so, yeah, and like Frankie's like accusing her of like knowing Evelyn somehow.
She's
And
like, no.
she's like, I have no idea. Her father, Monique's father, who is deceased now, used to be a photographer of like movie stars back in the day. And so Monique even like texts her mom and is like, "Hey, did Dad know Evelyn Hugo?" And she's like, "No, your dad didn't like hang out with any of like the movie stars that he photographed, that he photographed."
Hey, photographer.
And so then Frankie's like, "Okay, well, I bet Evelyn chose you because you're so like inexperienced that." So like Evelyn hasn't done an interview in like decades. Like she's sort of like this hermit. No one hears from her. So they're like, "Oh, Evelyn's trying to like spin this story into like a puff piece or something." Like if a more experienced journalist was interviewing her, then maybe they could get her to reveal like where have you been the past couple of decades, where Evelyn just wants to like tell what she wants to tell, and they think that maybe an inexperienced journalist would like give in to that,
Right.
and not try to push harder and ask harder questions or something.
That makes sense.
So so basically they're just like, "All right, Evelyn, or all right, Monique, like you know, I guess you're going to do the interview." And so one of the things that is so interesting about Evelyn, and we have learned from the title of the book, is that she has 7 ex-husbands. Which is, I guess, a lot. I don't know.
Who's counting?
Who's
these
counting?
days?
So that night, Monique researches Evelyn's life and all of her films. We learn a little bit more about Evelyn, that she was a blonde bombshell. She won at least 1 Oscar, and I put has huge, magnificent boobs.
Ooh, nice.
That is, I think, what she was most known for: her long blonde hair and her big boobs
and her good titties.
Yeah. They always talk about how like she doesn't have like an hourglass figure. She's just like bubble, like she like I don't know how she doesn't just like fall over.
Like on Rogers, Jessica Rabbit.
I think even Jessica Rabbit has a butt. Like
she was all titties.
Yeah, she's like I just feel like she's just like, and I feel
she was like
in the 50s too. I feel like they're just like really pointy. Also, they
oh
have
yeah,
those bras.
The pointy bra.
It's like so pointy. But yeah, so we
why
learn.
Were they so pointy?
I don't know why they had to be pointy. I don't know. We also learned that Monique is going through a divorce of her own. Her husband, soon-to-be ex-husband, David, has left for a job in San Francisco, and Monique was unwilling to leave her job in New York.
Oh.
So she basically is like, well, my career is important too. Like, I'm not, like, New York is like where you make it.
Yeah.
And he wanted her to support him. And she said, sorry.
You're not going to support me,
yeah.
so...
Yeah. So, like, interspersed throughout the book, there's, like, these news articles. Like, this is, like, one of those cases where, like, a different narrator reads.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, they'll have, like, these, like, news articles about Evelyn are being read by this other, narrator. But they basically talk about the exclusive that Vivant is getting, and why, like, the person writing the article has like no idea why Evelyn would choose like a nobody to conduct the interview. But they're all just like talking about how beautiful Evelyn was, and like how much of like a blonde bombshell she was, and that they're like weirdly obsessed with her like dark eyebrows. So I guess she like made popular the like bleach blonde hair
with the darker eyes.
Yeah, like with
just
the dark,
like a penciled in dark.
Well, I think they made them seem like they're like nice and thick. Like I think like Marilyn Monroe had like dark.
That's kind of
right?
who I was thinking of.
Yeah, like I think it is like very Marilyn Monroe-esque.
Yeah. Okay.
Of like who I think Evelyn Hugo was probably like, I know Marilyn Monroe did a lot of acting, but I think Evelyn Hugo is like supposed to be like a bigger actor. Like she won Oscars. And stuff,
okay.
So
more prominent for acting than modeling.
And of course they're obsessed with her boobs. Who isn't?
Baywatch babe.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So the next morning, Monique shows up at Evelyn's apartment in Manhattan. And when Monique meets Evelyn for the first time, Evelyn actually tells her that she's been sent there under false pretenses. Evelyn does not want Monique to do a story about the dress auction for Vivant. She actually wants Monique to write her life story in a book.
Oh.
So there is a catch to it. She doesn't want the book published until after her death.
Oh.
And she won't tell Monique if she's going to die soon, or if she's expecting to die soon.
It's going to be 50 years from now.
Yeah, she basically doesn't, if Evelyn doesn't want to answer a question, she doesn't answer the question. She just says, next question.
Fair.
Yeah, she's very, blunt, very, no nonsense.
To the point.
Yeah. She's a cool lady. So Monique, because it'll be after her death, Monique will actually get all the profits from the biography, but she also risks losing her job at Vivant because they're going to be pissed.
That she's not going to give them anything about this interview, basically.
She's not going to get the interview. It's not going to be a cover story for Vivant. And she doesn't know when the book could come out, so she kind of needs her job at the moment. So Monique agrees to Evelyn's proposition, mostly because Evelyn's pretty persuasive. And it's a good opportunity for her. She could make millions off of this book. And then she kind of holds off telling Frankie at Vivant and sort of acts like she's still doing the piece. Yeah, just the regular interview.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm
I know. Yeah.
Keep going.
I haven't even gotten to the good part. This was the part that I was I don't care. I don't really care about this woman and her husband.
But when you tell it, I want to know.
So Monique, begins the interview, and she's, contemplating sort of where to start, and she sort of thinks of okay, so the question on everyone's mind of a woman that has had 7 husbands.
Yeah.
Who was the love of Evelyn Hugo's life? So I'm also not caring either.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just didn't care.
And?
Yeah, I was I don't really care. But you do care.
You will care.
You will care. She will force you to care. So Monique kind of brings up that the most obvious person would be Harry Cameron, who was her producer for a long time and the father to her daughter. I think they were married for 11 years or something like that. But Evelyn is kind of caught off guard by the question. She doesn't love this question. She explains that while Harry was her best friend, he was not the love of her life. And when Monique kind of presses further, Evelyn shuts down, tells her she has a hard time telling the truth, but she wants this book to be different. She's not ready yet, but she'll be ready to tell her
Come back
on
to the
Monday.
question kind of thing.
She's basically I need the weekend to, I don't know.
Prep myself.
Prep for
to
this.
tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So on Monday, Monique is back. And it's just all right, I'm not trying to pressure you or anything. Let's just start from the beginning. Let's talk about your first husband, Ernie Diaz. And so this is where the book gets good, because we now switch narrators again.
Uh-huh.
And it is the actual biography, but told in a first person, so autobiography.
Yeah.
And it's Evelyn telling the story
of her first
husband.
Yeah,
we start off with her first husband. And so the narration, not only does the narrator change, but the pace and how it's told changes completely.
Ooh.
So I have the whole time I'm listening to this book, all I want to do is hear the Evelyn story. I don't care. Like, every time we go back to Monique, I'm just like, I don't care. Like, get back to Evelyn. Like, her story is great. Like, not even, like, nothing even happens really yet. And I'm just like, oh, shit, this is good. Like, I really like how they tell Evelyn's story. Yeah. Okay. So, so Evelyn starts telling her story, and it's told from her perspective. We find out that Evelyn is not a true blonde.
Oh, what?
Uh-huh. Weird.
Whoa.
She's actually a daughter of Cuban immigrants. She was born Evelyn Herrera.
Ooh.
She grew up dirt poor in Hell's Kitchen in New York. And her mom died of pneumonia when she was 11.
Poor baby.
Yeah. Her mom was a chorus girl, had big dreams of getting out of Hell's Kitchen, getting away from Evelyn's abusive father. Mm-hmm. And she wanted to become famous in Hollywood. And so Evelyn had those dreams too, like even after her mom died. Yeah. So she matured early. Her huge boobs
they just popped right in.
Became a problem when she was 13. Mm-hmm. And she was actually bigger than her mom. So she's like going through her mom's like clothes, like trying to find bras that'll
fit her. Yeah. Bless her heart.
I know. Poor baby. And
that's
she's got
heart
like a
at 13.
Shitty dad too. Like, oh.
No.
And so at 13, she starts to learn about how boys can be gross towards a girl with big boobs, a young girl with big boobs. There's like some shop kid that was like 16, and he basically like assaults her. Yeah. But she kind of learns. She's like, this whole book is like using your assets
to win,
to get what you want.
Yeah.
So she sort of is like, okay, I can tell him no, and he's going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Or I can let him do it, and I can get free shit from this shop for however long I want. And she,
for as long as he's there.
Yeah. So she learns this lesson at 13.
That's young.
It is young, and it's sad. But it helps her get to where she is. She's the most famous like actress.
I was gonna say she
like Marilyn Monroe level fame. So you know, she learns early on that she can kind of manipulate men to get what she wants. So when she was 15, so she has these big dreams of going to California, going to Hollywood. Mm-hmm. When she's 15, she learns of a boy in her neighborhood is moving out to California to be a lighting grip, which I assume is like a lighting.
Hold this light here.
Yeah,
maybe.
Like the spotlight goes there. I don't know.
That's what.
Yeah. So she puts on her tightest green dress.
Bless her.
And accidentally knocks on his door, claiming that she was looking for her friend.
I fell into your door.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think he's like 18 or something.
And she's how old?
She's 15.
15, okay.
She lies and says she's 16. And it's basically like, I love you, take me with you.
You know what? On second thought.
And
I don't need my friend.
Which I think the marrying age was 16.
Yeah.
And so they do get married because, you know, it's back then, like, if you're going to move to California with someone, like, you better be married.
Yeah.
But her dad does have to sign off on it because she actually is not 16. She is 15.
Oh, that's right.
But her dad's...
he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's just like, sure, take her off my hands, whatever.
I don't want to deal with this anymore.
So they get married, move out to California. She's supposed to be finishing up high school. But instead, she actually just goes to this cafe every day where all of the, like, Hollywood producers hang out. And she just, like, tries to get discovered.
She just talks to everybody?
Yeah. She just, like, orders a Coke and sits there all day. And then, like, one of the guys, like, the owner of the shop is like, if you're just going to sit there all day, like, why don't you just, like, do something helpful? So we just, like, she starts taking orders.
You want a broom?
Yeah, basically. She starts taking orders. She ends up meeting Harry Cameron, which he was the guy I mentioned, the father of her child, if you forgot.
I did forget. Thank you. Thank you for that.
He's a young producer, and he's with this studio called Sunset Studios. So I will say, like, the whole time reading this book, it feels like this is a real story.
Because
Like,
everything's
so, like, it like takes place in a time that does exist, and like,
in a space that does exist.
yeah, and so it's like the whole time I'm like, they're like talking about people, I keep wanting to like Google them, what they look like. And I'm like, this isn't a real story. Like, stop
I'm sorry.
thinking this is real. Like, I had to like keep reminding myself that this is not a real story. So it is written really
But
well.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
that means it's written very well.
Yeah, it literally does feel like you're reading some Hollywood actress's biography. Like, it's crazy.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. So she meets Harry Cameron. She gets a couple small acting classes, or she gets a couple small acting roles, and then starts to take acting classes. She is still with her husband, Ernie. He thinks it's cute that, like, she's doing these, acting classes. It's just like,
oh,
this is adorable, until, like, we're, like, ready to have kids. Like, what a cute little hobby you have, or whatever.
oh, it's not like a serious thing to him.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And there's a lot of this book where it's like she kind of hates him for it.
Mm-hmm.
But like reflecting, like, as a 79-year-old woman, like reflecting later on it, it's kind of like, I never showed him who I was. So why can I get mad at him for not seeing how
He didn't
like
know
my potential,
her
basically.
authenticity, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just was who she needed to be with the guy she was with, so that she could get what she wanted.
Yeah.
So she wasn't showing him her true self. So why could she be mad at him?
She was using those skills she learned at 13.
Exactly. So she is tired of just all these small roles. Like I said, she's taking acting classes. So she goes to Harry, and she tells Harry that, like, she wants this role in this rom-com that's, like, they're going to be making soon.
Cool.
And Harry's like, sorry, but Ari Sullivan, who is the producer on that film, is not going to go for it because he wants a nice blonde girl.
Oh.
And she's not blonde. She is Hispanic.
Not yet.
She looks Hispanic. She has a Hispanic name. Because now she is, because she married Ernie Diaz, now she is Evelyn Diaz. So she still has a Hispanic name. So Evelyn decides to kind of accidentally meet Ari, similar to how she accidentally met Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
And I put that Ari Sullivan, I assume, is a gross middle-aged man. He doesn't sound...
He doesn't sound young.
He's not, like, young and attractive. But apparently he enjoys pleasuring underage girls. And so she fakes an orgasm when she allows him to go down on her in his office.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's not a saint.
I mean...
But... so she still doesn't get that rom-com role. Like, it doesn't save
After
her.
all that.
But Ari knows who she is.
Well, she's got an in somewhere else.
She's got an in. And the rom-com fails pretty miserably. So she's basically, like, she could say, like, I told you so. Like, you should have put me in that role. And Ari and Harry both agree that she is destined for greater things. They just need to take care of that little pesky race issue.
How do we fix this?
So basically, they dye her hair blonde.
Yeah.
And they take a bunch of pictures of her doing, like, really white people things, like playing golf and like tennis and stuff. And they change her name to Evelyn Hugo.
Okay.
So she wanted to keep, like, the original initials from her. So she was Evelyn Herrera. So she's Evelyn Hugo.
Original.
But they also want to start setting her up on dates with eligible Hollywood bachelors, which means bye-bye Ernie Diaz.
Bye, Ernie.
So yeah, they do. That's the end of her first marriage. And I wanted to stop it here.
Okay.
Because I considered going through
other
number 2.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't want to give too much away.
It'll give a lot away if you did.
It could.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with stopping here. It just makes me want to read it.
But I will say, I don't know if I'm giving too much away, but maybe I'm hopefully just enough to get you to read it.
Okay.
The love of her life is not any of her 7 husbands.
I had a hunch.
Did you have a hunch?
That was the case. But
and it's also, I don't know. It's also not, the story is great. Yeah. It's not just a love story. It's like a fame story.
Oh, yeah.
It's like doing everything possible in your power to get where you want to get, which sometimes
you're doing what you have to do to get your dreams.
Screwing people over, hurting people.
That's a hard life, dude. Yeah.
You feel bad for her sometimes. You feel like she's definitely the asshole.
Sometimes.
A lot of times. Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested. I probably will listen to the audiobook.
Yeah, the audiobook's good. I really liked it. I hope you read it. I hope other people read it. I'm sorry, Emily,
for waiting so long.
I'll name you. Sorry for waiting so long. It was really good. I really liked it. But
good rec.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it so I can. Good. Because if the audiobook's good.
The audiobook's good.
I couldn't finish.
Does yours have an audiobook?
No. Oh. Well, not on Libby.
Okay. I hate that.
I think I was looking it up. I had a question I couldn't remember about the book when I was thinking about it and how I was going to talk about it. And I had Googled my question and it was YouTube audiobook for this. Oh. So I guess YouTube has the audiobook on it, but I don't know if it's good or not.
Okay.
I read his other one. It was a lot more gripping, first off the bat.
What
and
was that one called again?
Blindness. Okay. And it was more character driven than it was just a narration for most of the book. But it was about this plague that caused everybody to be blind and how they ventured around the world and got through their environment. Sandra Bullock.
Something Bird Box.
Was it Bird Box?
I think so.
Black Box?
No,
Bird Box.
I think it had to do with birds.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking. I can picture the image for it, but I didn't watch it either.
I will say, so this book, I'm not, I am trying to sell it, but I had a completely other book that I finished earlier in the week.
Yeah.
That I was that's the book I'm going to do. And then I sort of just started this book on a whim because Libby released the whole.
And you were more excited.
Yeah. And so I go this morning to start writing my summary for the other book. And I was I don't want to do this book. It wasn't great. It was another 3.5 kind of book that I was thinking. And I was I'm just going to finish this book. And do this one. So that was how good it was. I think it had a really good Goodreads too. It was 4.39 also, which was pretty good on Goodreads.
I liked Jitterbug Perfume more than I liked this book.
Oh, that's saying something.
But the more I stew on that Jitterbug Perfume book, the more I like it for silly reasons.
Yeah.
Because it you read something things remind you of the story, and I'm just that book was. I mean, it was pretty. It was interesting. It was good, but it's one of those things where it wasn't my favorite thing. Let me see what my book had. Death with Interruptions had a 4.01 rating on Goodreads.
I think anything above a 4 is pretty good.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of books I've liked that are a 4 and above.
Yeah. So the books we read this week was Death with Interruptions by José Saramago and
The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
So you should check them out.
Should definitely check them out. And let us know if you like them. I don't know. Leave a review or something.
Write a comment. Anything.
We'd love to know your thoughts. Any recommendations you have.
Recommendations are great.
Yeah. Yeah. We just want to hear from you. So.
We will catch you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. All right.
Bye.
Bye.